I heard King Foltest intends to put yous under protection.
I understand not what quarrels humans have with dwarves. Hell's there another story?
Who are you?
Geralt the Witcher, a friend.
And we'll see.
And you?
Yaren. I speak for the lumberjacks.
Can we talk?
Speak.
Are you responsible for the logging?
No, we scare off woodpeckers. Of course we're responsible. We're lumberjacks.
Work for yourselves or someone else?
We're independent, though we secure orders from merchants like Luvarden. We get weeks of work and a decent return.
Don't you fear working in such a dangerous area?
These men need the gold, so they take the risk. You can't have pork if you don't kill the piglet.
Do these trees have special value?
The remains of a primeval forest. Rare species. They make excellent wainscoting.
Get along with the locals?
Nothing but a bunch of deviants. The brickmakers babble about their lords in the underwater world, and the druids don't like the trees being felled.
Any jobs for a witcher?
Despite the danger, the beasts leave us alone.
So nothing?
Perhaps. For someone willing to take a risk.
I'm listening.
But the Begatic plant should be blooming in the swamp.
I understand it's valuable.
The drug it makes is. Collect some blossoms and we could both earn a little.
I wade through mud, face danger, then we split the profit?
You don't know what Begatip looks like, nor where to sell it.
Okay. Let's play herbalist.
Great. Begatip blossoms look like red orchids. Clumps grow throughout the swamp. Sell them to the ferryman. Ask those living in the swamp if you can't find any.
I'll deliver the flowers to the ferryman as soon as I find them.
Yaren holds the monopoly on herbs. Swore he'd rip out the legs of any court trading them.
And you agree to that?
Met the brickmakers yet? They are all mad. I'd love a bite to eat.
Your medallion senses magic. Oh, no wonder it quivered. We're near a place of power.
Tell me about places of power.
Roaming the world, you'll happen upon them occasionally. Ordinary folk won't sense them, but those versed in magic draw energy from places of power.
How can I draw power?
You need to be trained, like sorcerers are, for instance. Druids also have their ways. Well, I'm surprised you ask. Well, certainly you were trained to draw power.
What besides training would I need to absorb power?
Well, you mentioned your medallion, so I presume you're no sorcerer. You employ simple tricks instead of practicing the art, And the medallion should help you.
That's it?
Well, mages, ecologists and druids dispute the nature of places of power. They disagree about energy's renewability, nature's corruption. Some say the power's depleted and must be conserved. Others claim sorcerers have earned the privilege to absorb it and find nature's balance to be a mere catchphrase.
And what's the truth?
Well, who knows? Though in fact sources must regenerate after they're tapped. A day must pass before they can yield power again.
How can I use power?
Sorcerers use it to cast spells, the knowing to strengthen their visions. Wizards and village witches also have uses for it. Well, as for you...
I'm a witcher.
So you are. Then you know the trick's called signs. Places of power increase their strength. Though not real magic, signs have their uses.
Very true.
You may also infuse your medallion with energy at a place of power.
Is that all?
Druids perform healing rituals at places of power, but I doubt they'd teach you.
Interesting. But let's go.
Enough! I've had enough!
The obelisk seems ancient. Pity I don't understand these runes. Huge trees, strange symbols, tamed beasts, even a dryad. This must be the Druid's Grove.
What is it?
I'm looking for beggartick blossoms.
We can supply the herb at a reasonable price. Talk to the man who tends the holy oak.
Farewell.
Enough!
Best wander around the swamp in daylight. There are fewer monsters when the sun shines. What is it?
Aren't those wyverns?
Wyverns, indeed.
How did you master them?
Tamed them through hard work. I guarantee they're not drugged or their wings clipped. See for yourself.
Any accidents?
Only the fool who tried to brush a wyvern's teeth.
I see.
Any other questions?
Farewell.
Welcome to the Druid's Grove, traveller.
Greetings.
Marvellous place. I come here when I need to think, and the peacefulness helps clear my mind. Even a witcher is welcome here.
One more word about my accepting my otherness and finding the home I never had, and I'll cry like a baby.
Sarcasm only serves to expose your inhibitions.
Ooh, an elven psychoanalyst.
I spent decades among humans. I find your kind as complicated as the schematics of a flail.
Decades? Live that long among humans, you're bound to become more like them than you ever wanted to be.
Are you speaking from experience, Monster Slayer?
A sharp wit. I'm Geralt.
My name's Yavin.
Let's talk.
Yes.
I'm looking for witcher's work.
Then I'll ask you a favour. I need a letter delivered to Vizima, where I'm not welcome. As a witcher, you should find little difficulty tending to monsters on the way and avoiding trouble with the guards at the city gates.
Who's the letter to?
I'd be obliged if you could deliver it to Vivaldi, a dwarf living in town, and then return his reply to me.
I'll do it. I'm going to Vizima anyway.
Thank you.
Are you a fool seeking a magical strength-giving beverage? Best wander around the swamp in daylight. There are fewer monsters when the sun shines.
Enough! I've had enough!
Odd place. Looks like these giants froze mid-motion. Must have been some time ago.
Not so fast, son. I'm old and not so high as you.
Enough! I've had enough! 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 Enough! I've had enough!
Looks like this tower collapsed on its own. I guess the swamp's not the best place for buildings this big.
Enough! I've had enough! Enough! I've had enough!
What?
I seek beggar-tick blossoms for the lumberjack yarn.
That traitor on a human leash? I shan't help you. Picking roots is belittling anyway.